So I came across this video today of Mark Schmitz, father of Jared Schmitz, one of the soldiers we lost in Afghanistan. And I'm going to play it for you so that you can hear what's a part of what he said. And then I'm going to respond and fucking destroy it.
Not a single person has been held accountable. Our so-called leader can't seem to even utter their names in public, not even once. Mr. Biden has run his entire political campaign for 50 years as the family man. Well, I've got news for you, sir. The curtain has been lifting, and that campaign slogan will never work again. We have seen what's going on in your family, and even worse, we've seen how you've been treating us as Gold Star families. And there couldn't be anything more disgusting and cowardly than the way you have treated us. You are a disgrace to this nation. You have no business having ultimate command over our military, and I regret not saying that to your face when I had the opportunity in Dover. I felt it more important to bite my tongue, but I also had more important things on my mind at that time, like receiving my son's lifeless body stateside. While I stood there on the tarmac, watching you check your watch over and over again, all I wanted to do was shout out, "It's 2:30, asshole." But out of respect to the other grieving families, I bit my tongue once again. Well, as you can probably tell by now, I'm done biting my tongue. You, sir, stole their lives, their futures, their dreams, and have ripped apart 13 families. You cannot even man up and admit that. You, sir, gave us all the title Gold Star family. You, sir, discredit honor and integrity.
First off, can I just say, Mr. Schmitz, what a disgrace and dishonor to your son's memory for you to use him as a political token in front of Congress. That's disgusting. You want to know why? Because you're putting this all on one man's doorstep. And we as soldiers, we know that if we go into a war zone, we might not make it back. You know, it's just a possibility. But you know what else we know? We also know that the president, the commander-in-chief, can't predict things like suicide bombers and ambushes. It seems like that's what you expect. But now, all that other stuff aside, because you really pissed me off as a veteran, I'm going to go ahead and show you the receipts as to why you people need to seek treatment. You said it was Biden who made you Gold Star families. Let's check the tape. See, here's the deal. And you see that name right there? That's Mike Pompeo. That was, who's Secretary of State? Oh, that's right, Trump's. That's because Trump was the one that made the deal for the withdrawal. Trump's the one that let out like 5,000 Taliban. Trump's the one that made this deal without an actual plan, just a timeline. I understand he's there talking about his son, but since he made it about, the whole picture and going after Biden, let's talk about the Trump misleading on Afghanistan casualties, claiming that he didn't lose any soldiers under his presidency. During Trump's presidency, which ran from January 20th, 2017 to January 20th of 2021, there were 45 combat deaths among U.S. service members reported in Afghanistan. And he went on and on about Biden checking his watch while they were there waiting for the soldiers to be offloaded at Dover Air Force Base. What I find interesting about that is Donald Trump stopped going to Dover Air Force Base altogether to stop receiving soldiers' bodies. That seems a lot more disrespectful to me, but, guy checking his watch. But finally, the reason that we should all have no respect for this father using his son like that, I got $100 says that he'd vote for the guy that called his son a loser and a sucker. Well, of course, as a soldier and a husband and a father, I can empathize with these families, especially him. But I have to call out the hypocrisy and the misdirection that's happening. When you're purposefully using your son's memory to attack a president and made that very clear in your statement, then unfortunately we have to stand up and prove you wrong. Soldiers know what we're getting into. We may not agree with the situation. We may not agree with the reason that we're in another country. We may not agree with any of it, but we're there doing our job. And no president can predict things like suicide bombers and ambushes. So to lay this all on Biden's doorstep it's just not fair. Okay? It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on.